Tight end time! Oh, dude, loud, Dusty! My buddy Dusty!
on my computer to put in my fantasy football team.
Oh my God, what a great episode we're having here, America.
Alright, America, welcome back for week 7 of the America the Beautiful. I am joined by Mr. Trey Bosdell, Mr. Morgan Heath, our number 2 and number 5 contenders in the American Championship. You dropped out of number 1.
I lost.
I mean, it's only week 7. It's not. I mean, you're still in the playoffs. No
I feel like my
worries.
year just changed for the worse, though.
I mean,
Jimmy Graham got hurt. Julio Jones out for the year. That was 2 key players for my team.
and you got Jimmy Graham on the bye this week.
He is on the bye, so I give him a week to recover, but we'll see how it goes.
So, I mean, it helps me. I'm playing you.
It's terrible.
So I need all the help I can get. Morgan, you're in 5th. So in 1st place, Perry Eggborn, butt fumble. He was last place last year. He drafted Peyton. I mean, he did his shit, you know what I'm saying? So he's in 1st. He has 2 beatdowns, 2 weeks in a row, beating down Wagner this week.
Yeah, Coop Music. How's it feel, kid?
He's in 8, so right now he's in the playoffs. So I mean, he's in.
But he's
Believe it-
terrible. I want
yeah.
to play him first.
Johnny Cashew's Cole's in 3rd, holding it down. Below me, Bumgarner's in 4th. Morgan, like I said, you're in
You gotta
5th.
say it fast. It's blow me.
Below me. The Bears, Thad Castle Lewis. We figured out who Thad Castle Lewis was, because I didn't know who he was going into filming last week. But he's not playing this week. For the Bills, another new quarterback, Mr. Matt Flynn's coming in.
Talk about his buster ass later.
Yeah, we'll get
Talk about his poor ass later.
Or the bottom, whatever. Greg still hasn't won a game yet.
Gregory.
Hunter, you changed your name to changing the game. I don't know what you're changing.
Do you assume that changing your name is going to get you a win? Because that's not the way this works.
It did it for me.
Yeah, but you've got a decent team.
You got a decent team, especially with that Brandon Marshall move. Great pick, by the way.
Thanks.
Great pick.
Thanks.
I mean, really, the only player that I'm really fond of on Hunter's team is
Did you-
Danny Woodhead.
You drafted? Or was that a pickup?
Now, free agent
He
picked
picked
him
it. That was a
up.
great free agent
credit.
pickup. But until you win a game, don't talk shit.
He won 1. And he's talking shit to Suckman Peterson, who hasn't won any, but I mean...
Who'd he beat?
You can talk shit when you're 500.
We don't even know who he beat. That's how irrelevant your win was.
I beat him. Alright, so that's enough about our league. We'll go on to our breakdowns of 5 positions, and I'll go first again.
Typical.
Let's watch our defenses. Maggots, the commission's here to give you your top defenses for week number 7. One that I don't have in my top 12, which we've kind of been discussing back and forth, is the Buccaneers. Roddy White is questionable. Still don't know if he's going to play on Sunday.
He'll play.
Oh, yeah? so that leaves you with Harry Douglas, Brian Rubisky, what's that other guy's name? Davis?
Drew Davis.
Drew Davis.
The only reason I think he'll play is because the Falcons are what? 1-4?
Yeah.
And they think if they put Roddy White out there, that'll take their best corner off the field. And open up the field for Harry Douglas, Drew Davis, Tony Gonzalez, their running backs.
Okay.
Personal thought.
Yeah.
That being said, the Buccaneers are, statistically, they're playing pretty good as a defense. They've got a good run defense.
Yeah.
They're lackluster on the offensive side of the ball, but their defense is playing okay.
And Revis is there. I did it. I moved the Chiefs to number 1.
Terrible decision.
One.
10 sacks last week, another pick 6, and they're going against Case Keenum for the Texans. I don't need to say anything else.
Yeah, we'll talk about Case Keenum a little bit later.
So you're gonna rebut
We
me?
might have some.
We're gonna have a rebuttal.
I might be rebutting you.
Very good. I look forward to this, and we'll show you quarterbacks next. Screw it.
Okay, QB's coming at you. Week 7, woo!
You're excited.
Yeah, had a tough day.
You got that good beer.
I tell you what I am excited for, and it has nothing to do with NFL. Clemson, Florida State. That's why the purple and orange is going on. But
Represent.
hey, regardless, let's talk about some quarterbacks and me rebutting you.
We can talk about Taj Boyd.
Let's not do that right now.
All right, next year.
He's a stud.
Next
He's a
year.
stud. We'll talk about it next year. Case Keenum though, cuidado on Case Keenum.
The rebuttal.
Yeah, I think there's possibility for him to have a good week. He threw the ball all over the place at Houston, set a bunch of records. He threw for 5,000 yards in 3 years, only quarterback to ever do that in FBS history. I think he can have a good week. He's got some weapons there. Andre Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins if need be. Garrett Graham's a very good receiving tight end, and he's got a great run game.
Prove me wrong.
If his offensive line can keep him standing upright, I think he's going to have a good week.
Prove me wrong when I beat you this week.
Okay, all right, 10-4. Coming out of my top 12 this week, Tom Brady.
I don't blame you, dude. Jets stellar defense. Gronk's not playing again. Shane's gonna cry. Shane's like a 2-year-old waiting for Santa Claus to come down the chimney as he is for Gronk. Let's be honest. Amendola's got a concussion again.
Yeah, he
Carry
cannot stay healthy, but let's be serious. We all knew that was going to happen when he got signed.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tom Brady coming out of the top 12. He's not having a terrible year. His team's undefeated, but
They're not
point-wise...
undefeated.
They're not undefeated?
No, they lost.
Terribly sorry about that. They're 5-1.
I think you're right.
Regardless. His team's 5-1. He's not putting up fantasy points out of the top 12. Another guy that's up for discussion this week, Josh Freeman. New team, new system, not a lot to work with. He's got Greg Jennings. He's got Kyle Rudolph.
The only thing he has going for him is that the Giants have a shitty defense.
Terrible defense.
Yeah.
But Josh Freeman isn't exactly the best quarterback in the world, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And
Tight end time, 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 tight end time! America, you are back! America the Beautiful, week 7 of tight ends, and we're here. What? I could have sworn I heard something. Oh, it's Bandwagon Benny! Yes! We got the greatest episode of all time here. What's happening? He's going to help you do the lowdown with tight ends along with me, so I can't wait. Are you ready?
All I gotta say is I love winning.
Oh, don't we all?
My new favorite team, loudest stadium, best quarterback,
Quarterback?
let's be honest, the best tight end, Sean McGrath. Unstoppable force.
That has just been said, America. But let's get ready to it.
We should skip Witten. Let's
Witten?
skip Antonio Gates. Let's skip Vernon Davis. Let's go to Sean McGrath. The man's a saint. He's a soldier.
He's a soldier. I understand that. We could probably get into that.
All right, go ahead. Go
But
ahead.
let's start out with this. The biggest news of the whole week. Gronkowski. What do you think about that?
If he plays, he's going to contribute. That's obvious.
Exactly.
Brady has no one else to throw to in a jam. He only has young wide receivers. They're not going to catch the ball in traffic. We saw that last week in the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
They're still a little antsy when the game is really coming to a close. So,
Well, what you need to look at is he's cleared to play, but Belichick, of course, it's a game-time decision. And just look on the fantasy radar for Sunday morning. Once you see that, he's usually good to go. But
he's a must-play if he plays. Let's be
it's a
honest.
must-play. But anyway, we're going to go with number 1. I'm saying Jason Witten. Why? 14 catches, 155 yards in the past 2 games. Benny, what do
He
you think
is literally the best homosexual football player to ever play the game. And I think everybody can agree with that.
I can agree.
And thank you for all, the progressive nature of this country where we can accept someone like Jason Witten into society without any hardships. Jason Witten, doing an awesome job, man. We don't care about your sexuality. You're still great
That's all
to me,
right.
bro.
He should be wearing pink all the time, except for Breast
Exactly.
Cancer Month.
Thank
Exactly. 2, Julius Thomas with Denver. Why he's playing Indy, and it's Peyton's own old team. Let's do it.
Yeah, obviously you got to go with anybody that's getting the ball thrown to you by Peyton Manning. I mean, he's going to get catches. He throws
Exactly.
to everyone. He distributes the rock. He's a must-play. Indy loves shootouts, so let's see another one. You got to play him.
And Julius Thomas is a great red zone target, so I mean he's definitely on there for y'all. Number 3, I gotta say it. I say it every week, but it's Jordan Cameron going against Green Bay. Green Bay's giving up the 4th most to tight ends, most points.
Yeah, and I mean that's the statistic you got to follow here. You got to go with that. I mean, Green Bay will allow more scoring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to happen,
Exactly.
and it's going to be in the red zone when it happens. So
Exactly. Antonio Gates versus Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's awful. Antonio Gates is awesome. So there you go. That's
Enough
all
said. That's all needs to be said. Number 5, I had him last week. It's number 1, and we're gonna go Vernon Davis. He did awesome last week. Put up 8 for 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Benny, Give me some feedback on that.
He's Vernon Davis. I mean, he's a must start every week. I mean, are you really going to sit Vernon Davis at any point? No.
No, not at all.
Must play.
Exactly. I mean, Kaepernick, he literally just thrown it to him all day. Bolden is now
He's a safety
non-factor.
switch and an amazing safety switch at that. He's going to catch the ball in a jam and get 15 more yards.
Exactly. That's
So
what I'm
that's
saying.
Vernon Davis.
Exactly. Anybody else you want to bring up? You want to bring up who you brought up earlier?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Sean? Yeah, my boy Sean is going to be playing hard this week. So if they could clone him, they probably should. Any Kansas City player you got on your squad, put him in. That's going to be a guaranteed 10 points. Mark my words.
Exactly. Well, there you go. Tight end time. That's what it is exclusively. Tune in next week. It'll probably be worse than this week. Bandwagon Benny. He's out.
All right, America, it's time for running backs for week 7. This week, my co-host is none other than the commissioner.
Thank you.
I'm Morgan Heath. I'm going to give you my 3 players that you didn't think you should start this week,
And
but you should consider starting.
Dude, that was the whole Tolbert thing last week.
I had a hunch.
Give credit where credit is due to this guy. Let's start listening, people.
All right, now, this week on my players that you maybe wouldn't start normally, but you should play, it's all about the emergence of the backup running back. Guys are going down, and I think a large part of this is due, in fact, to the practice times being cut. So, who we're going to talk about this week? Brandon Jacobs. Brandon Jacobs had a great week last week. He was on my bench. That's not happening this week. I'm starting him. All right. Next is Chris Ogbonnaya. Now, I know they've got Willis McGahee, but Chris Ogbonnaya becomes a great option in the passing game with the checking down.
Agreed.
And Brandon Whedon's going to check down some, so I would say start Chris Ogbonnaya. Thirdly is Joseph Randle. Okay, this guy is coming in for DeMarco Murray.
Yeah.
I know that he didn't put up the best numbers when he came in last week. I mean, he was kind of held to a low total of yards, but he's got a much better matchup this week. He's playing Philadelphia. If it were me, I would totally start Joseph Randle this week.
Philly's D stinks to the high heavens.
No doubt about
Put him
it.
in. Brandon Jacobs, 2 touchdowns last week.
Absolutely.
Minnesota's D is also not that well.
Exactly.
So,
So there's some emerging running backs. This league is deep. If you can go get them before they're already got, go get them.
snap him up, you son of a bitch!
All right, that's
And say, get your popcorn ready because it's wide receiver time. And what we need to look at right now, guys, is those who are injured. We got a lot of them. For instance, we got Atlanta. Their 2 wide receivers are done. Julio Jones is out for the season. We also got Roddy White. His ankle's been bothering him all season. He's been limited, and he looks definitely doubtful right now. We also got somebody from Jacksonville, Cecil Shorts. He's definitely on a limited basis. He also looks doubtful as well. Also, 2 main guys from Green Bay. You have Randall Cobb, James Jones are out. Also with San Diego, Eddie Royal, he was out too. And right now, all of those guys have had wide receiver 1s, wide receiver 2s. All of you are looking for new guys, and I got them for you right here. First off, we're going to go with the same guy that I've been saying for the past couple of weeks. He's been on that 4-game suspension, as we all know, and it is Jacksonville, but he's got Chad Henne throwing to him, and it's good. It's Justin Blackmon. He's going against San Diego. They're giving up the 4th most fantasy points to wide receivers, and right now he did a monstrous game last week. He had 20 targets, and 14 of them he caught, so look into that. Put Justin Blackmon in. Do not stop. He's going to be a wide receiver 1. He's definitely in the top 15 now. Also, we got Harry Douglas. He's going to be taking care of that wide receiver spot that Julio Jones and Roddy White ain't playing. So he definitely looked at him. I think Tony Gonzalez is going to be double coverage. And plus, Tampa Bay kind of plays that zone coverage. So look for Matt Ryan to carve that up. So look at Harry Douglas. Also, you got San Diego. We've said Eddie Royal's out. Also, Malcolm Floyd has been out a while ago. But Keenan Allen, last week he was targeted 12 times. 12 times is good enough for me, especially in any PPR league. And he's playing Jacksonville this week, so look for him to get a lot more looks than he was last week. Also, we got one more guy, Jared Boykin, the rookie. James Jones out, Randall Cobb's out, Jordy Nelson is going to go against Joe Hayden from Cleveland. And you know that guy is unstoppable. So I would definitely go with Jared Boykin